Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevens.
What is it about him? Because I know you have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next.
I also told my team before the fight, I said they're going to say I got one of the best jabs in the world tonight. And tonight I went out there and I just used my jab over and over and made it a weapon, and he couldn't stop it. And for the future young fighters that's coming up behind me, the jab is one of the most important punches, and I hope that they add that to their games too.
All right, and heading into fight week, many people have been calling you this generation's Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel about that comparison?
I'm the first Shakur Stevenson, but
Floyd Mayweather has confirmed it. Shakur Stevenson is a top-tier fighter who can't be ignored. Once criticized for being too careful or dull, he completely proved his critics wrong with an impressive win over Teofimo Lopez. It wasn't just a victory, it was a flawless demonstration of technique, strategy, and accuracy that made a seasoned world champion look inexperienced. Stevenson hasn't just earned recognition, he's taken the spotlight, and Floyd is ready to show everyone why the Shakur era is unstoppable.
All glory to God. It was an amazing night. I put the work in. I stayed disciplined throughout my camp. I was in tremendous shape, and T.O., he's a hell of a fighter, but I was the better man tonight.
Guys, just raise your hands, please, and the microphone will be brought to you. Thank you.
Shakur, congratulations, man. Great performance, obviously. Did you feel at some point that you demoralized him and he was just kind of trying to get to the finish line?
Yeah, I definitely did. I feel like he's a fighter, so he tried to fight back. But yeah, I picked him apart. In the second round, I want to say that I told my corner, I said, I'm stronger than he is.
Did you feel like you hurt him at any point in the fight?
Yeah, for sure. I hurt him a couple of times. My jab, my left hand to the body, my left hand up top. I put on a great show tonight.
Obviously a great performance against your best opponent. Any disappointment that you didn't stop him? Because you said even during the fight you wanted to stop him.
No, there's no disappointment. It's boxing at the end of the day. I seen him go out there, and when I was about to stop him, he started fighting back a little bit. So respect to him. He's a sharp fighter. He got a lot of knowledge, and he did what he did to survive.
The awkwardness of fight night actually began at the press conference. Teofimo Lopez acted like his usual self, loud, interrupting others, and putting on a show for the cameras, acting like victory was already in the bag. Most people saw it as normal fight hype, but Floyd Mayweather Jr. saw something else. A fighter more concerned with attention and performance than with the focus and skill needed to win in the ring.
How we feeling, Word! Yeah, man, grateful, man, grateful. Grateful to be here with all you guys. Thank you guys for showing love. Appreciate y'all. Much respect. Much respect.
A clip making the rounds now almost feels like a warning before it all unfolded. Floyd Mayweather Jr. stepped in during the trash talk, stopped Teofimo Lopez, and looked him in the eye, reminding him that skills pay the bills. It wasn't just a catchy phrase, it was a serious message from one of boxing's best defensive fighters. Floyd was showing that all the hype and loud talk wouldn't matter against a true technician. While Lopez focused on grabbing attention, Shakur Stevenson stayed calm and collected, as if he already knew the outcome. That quiet confidence spoke volumes and, in hindsight, was the first sign that Lopez underestimated the challenge ahead.
My jab over and over and made it a weapon, and he couldn't stop it. And for the future young fighters that's coming up behind me, the jab is one of the most important punches, and I hope that they add that to their games too.
All right, and heading into fight week, many people have been calling you this generation's Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel about that comparison?
I'm the first Shakur Stevenson, but Floyd Mayweather's my guy. He called me right before the fight. He always texts me. He told me that he was proud of me before the fight happened. So Floyd is my family. I got a lot of love for Floyd. But I'm the first Shakur Stevenson.
Things got almost eerie just before the fight when leaked training footage showed Floyd Mayweather Jr. working the pads with Shakur Stevenson. Unlike typical flashy clips with fast punches and loud music, this one was different. Floyd was patiently teaching a precise move, a pivot, a small step back, and a quick lead hook, repeating it over and over. It wasn't for show, it was a lesson, with Floyd showing Shakur exactly how to control the ring and stop an attack before it even starts.
Did not have any answer for the lead hand, the jab of Shakur Stevenson. And even before the fight started, you saw Teo come out with the, Jabberwockies, and he was doing a lot of, dancing, and on his face though, you didn't see kind of the joy and the happy and the smirk that you saw yesterday at the weigh-ins. There was a lot of mind games all week from Teo to Shakur, making him wait, trying to get in his head. It looked like he kind of did at the press conference, but like I've said many of times, the press conference does not have any effect on the fight itself, right? The best fighters will show up when the time comes. They'll adjust. They'll be able to showcase why they're the best. And tonight, Shakur looked a lot more comfortable even in his ring walk, let alone when the fight started. But when it did start, you saw very quickly two things. Teofimo Lopez was going to have real problems with the hand speed of Shakur Stevenson, his lead hand, and that Teofimo wanted two really specific things early in this fight. Number one, he clearly wanted to land his big right hand over the top. And again, it was off of one or two punches, then switch to southpaw and try to land the left hand while covering distance. And it was I won't say basic attack, but it was a fundamental problem with that attack from Teofimo Lopez. He was having real trouble getting to Shakur Stevenson. He could not get past the lead hand. The jab was stifling him. He was having trouble cutting the ring. He was having trouble getting to the outside foot. This was an orthodox southpaw matchup where Teofimo needed to step to his left to try to push the lead hand away, or at least get head off center line if he wanted to throw his right hand. Instead, he was doing the opposite, and Shakur was taking the outside track. Teo was stepping on the inside lane and then fading to his right side, right into the left hand of Shakur Stevenson, which, by the way, in the first round, Shakur didn't really even throw a backhand. It was just jab. And every time he would touch him with the jab, Teo had to reset.
By rounds 4 and 5, it was clear the fight was playing out just like that training drill. Watching closely, Shakur Stevenson kept repeating the same move perfectly. Every time Teofimo Lopez tried to land his powerful right hand, Shakur was already out of the way, countering with a quick hook and pivoting safely. It didn't look like instinct, it looked planned, almost like a program. Lopez's punches landed on air, chasing nothing, while Shakur's simple but precise drill neutralized his biggest weapon, showing that this victory came not just from talent, but from applying the lessons Floyd Mayweather Jr. had drilled into him under the brightest lights.
Coming into this fight that you wondered was, William Zepeda didn't really give Shakur trouble. In my mind, I was there live watching that fight, and Shakur kind of handled all that adversity from William Zepeda. Handled a lot of adversity there. But the difference in that fight and this one was Zepeda was there with combination punching, right? He wouldn't just throw one or two punches at a time. He would throw 3, 4, and 5. And maybe once in a blue moon, a couple would get through and Shakur might get touched with something that you usually don't see him get hit with. Teofimo Lopez doesn't fight like that. He fights very selective on the front foot and the back foot. And again, Teo's probably a better back foot fighter than he is a front foot fighter. But he wanted to come out early and make a statement, so he was trying to bring it to Shakur. I think he gave up a little bit of his game too quickly, because in the first round, Teo was throwing heavy right hands over the top. Then that double right hand switched to go to the left hand out of southpaw, and Shakur saw it all early. And if you hear, some of the post-fight stuff, Shakur was like, I thought he was fast, and he wasn't. Shakur was like, he was way slower than I thought. Teo was reaching a lot. Teo was overstriding a lot. He wasn't bringing his feet with him, and it made it easier for Shakur. He would just frame with his lead hand, keep the distance, which he does such a good job of. If you move forward, he moves back. You cut an angle, he cuts an angle, right? He just mirrors what you do. And the moment you make a mistake or overcommit, he touches you with the lead hand. That's first line of defense. You get past that, hold the left hand behind it. Shakur was schooling him. And again, I said it in the first minute and a half of the stream, I was just like, oh no, this is going to go very badly for Teofimo Lopez. And it did, man. It's just round after round, Teo could not figure out this equation, could not get past the lead hand of Shakur Stevenson. And there were moments where it wasn't just the jab of Shakur, he was sticking the left hand on him. And no, Shakur doesn't have the biggest power in the world, and no, he may not be the most casual audience-friendly fighter, but he is damn good as a boxer. And he is, I don't want to say Floyd Mayweather-esque, but it's the same formula. When you watch him box, you may not like his style, you may not like that he doesn't sting and punish people the way you would want to see somebody counterpunch. But I don't know there's a style that beats him. Teofimo.
When the final bell rang, the fight didn't feel close. It felt like a clear lesson in the ring. The judges scored it 119 to 109, giving Shakur Stevenson 11 of 12 rounds, and even that seemed generous to Teofimo Lopez. The punch stats made it even clearer. Stevenson posted one of the best plus-minus ratios in years, even beating a record once held by Floyd Mayweather Jr. He landed clean, effective shots while barely getting hit, turning the fight into a flawless, controlled performance from start to finish.
Performance from Shakur tonight just
made Teofimo look like a novice. I mean, that's how good he is. 120, 109, 108. I mean, just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Is that what you expected from Shakur? No?
I mean, listen, I expected an incredible performance, but I didn't expect it to be completely one-sided. I mean, he won every round, in my opinion. It like the golfing levels was phenomenal. And I said to Bud, like, going into 12, he could do 40 rounds, Shakur. Like, never out of control, footwork, timing, shot selection. I actually think he could have stopped Teofimo if he'd have stepped on him. Teofimo looked like frustrated, just obviously busted up to the face. He's a phenomenal fighter, 4-division world champion.
Most surprising part wasn't just Shakur Stevenson's defense, it was how he took control of the fight. In the second round, cameras caught him walking to his corner saying, "I'm stronger than him," about Teofimo Lopez. That moment changed everything. Critics who once called Stevenson weak and powerless were proven wrong, as he pushed the action, tied Lopez up, and moved him exactly where he wanted. The supposed bully was now the one being dominated, turning the fight into a mental and physical battle. By the 8th round, Lopez wasn't just behind on points. He looked lost, frustrated, and eager for it to be over.
I tell you, Shakur moved so well. He won every round, and he was just a step ahead with quickness and just with, just the plan himself. Great plan coming in, and he did well. Congratulations to him.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the 4th round.
After the 4th round?
Yeah.
Teofimo, it seems like he couldn't just get it going. Like, he just tried differently going up and down. The counters were getting him.
Yeah.
What could he done differently tonight?
I don't know. It's difficult to box against a great mover like that. And, he tried. He definitely tried. His dad was emotional. He wanted him to do better, but, this is boxing.
And if you look at Shakur as the type of fighter who can go up to welterweight and challenge like Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, those fighters as well too, and beat them.
Yeah, he has that possibility. He can do that. I don't know about moving up weights and different things because I'm a heavyweight.
After a fight like that, you'd think a fighter would show humility and acknowledge Shakur Stevenson's performance. But Teofimo Lopez didn't. Right after the decision, he made shocking comments, refusing to admit he had been outclassed and hinting that the judges favored Stevenson, sparking controversy and turning attention away from the fight itself.
True champions are all about coming in here every time. Gotta put respect to it. To all my brothers and sisters, I love you guys. Always salute to the power that it be above. I thank you guys. I never wanted anything to harm you guys at all. So for that, my condolences to all you guys and to the slavery and everything that's ever happened mentally.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. refused to accept that his son had been outclassed by a defensive master. Instead, he blamed Lopez for not following instructions and went further, claiming his loss was because no one wanted him to win.
I'm here 4 seconds out with Teofimo Lopez Sr. Teofimo, first of all, commiserations. Not the way you wanted the night to go. Can you talk me through the fight?
No. Everything was fine. The sparring sessions were like what motivated me to this fight. That I was 100% sure we was gonna win. For some reason, the game plan, my son didn't do what I told him he was supposed to do. His rhythm was supposed to be different, where we were supposed to stop Shakur from doing whatever Shakur does best, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations to him for winning, you know what I'm saying? But that was not my son in there, I think probably the networks and everybody the media, everything leading up to this fight. You know, everybody already talking that already about Shakur fighting in May, where the winner was supposed to go and fight in May, you know, against whoever it was. So I think that probably got to him, you know what I'm saying? People talking about me being drunk, all that stuff, you know, when he went to the press conference and I wasn't there, I didn't show up because I was resting. And I think all that affected him in this fight, you know? Like a lot of people say, you know, my son is like mentally like easy to, you know, mess with. And how you gonna fight, you know, a fight when everybody wants you to lose? You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. It just looked like all his powers were not there. Like everything was like that we planned, everything that he did in sparring, everything that we planned to do was not there. His power was not there. I was in shock, man. And I think this a lot of this has to do with everybody not wanting him to win. You know what I'm saying? There was not one person talking good.
Backlash was fast and fierce. Fans and experts didn't accept the excuses, and even Floyd Mayweather Jr. weighed in, shutting them down and highlighting that Shakur Stevenson's genius lies in stopping attacks before they even happen. Stevenson didn't just win rounds, he controlled the fight completely, leaving Teofimo Lopez no room to act. When the greatest boxer of all time says you got schooled, excuses only make you look disconnected. It was a tough end for the supposed takeover, showing that talent without discipline will always be exposed by a true master.
Shakur Stevenson, I don't want to call it picking him apart. I don't want to call him a dominant performance. If I'm being honest, those words are too nice. Teofimo looked confused. Teofimo looked like he was an amateur fighting a pro. And listen, we picked Shakur. So don't get me wrong, we got it right. That being said, most people pick Shakur, so it's not like we're some sort of, you know, motherfuckers from the future. We picked Shakur because of the way that he's managed to maintain himself. He's always shown up and he's always maintained that level of performance that he gave out tonight. Slow, dominant. There was a couple things that I noticed that were a little dirty, but besides that, he did his thing in there. And we said in our review of this fight, before this fight happened, we said that we don't know what type of Teofimo we're going to get. Teofimo, there is often moments where Teofimo seems to give out phenomenal standout performances, exciting performances, not even coming out of nowhere because it's standard Teofimo, but just performances where you'd be like, chef's kiss. I don't know where that Teofimo was tonight, and that was my biggest concern. And go back and watch the video. You guys will be able to see that that was my biggest concern. And listen. I want to tell you guys right now, I truly believe that there is a spark of brilliance inside Teofimo Lopez, but that dude, God knows where he is. It's really sad to see someone who has as much talent as Teofimo, I don't want to say go out like this because I don't think this is the end of his boxing career, but for as much as Teofimo talked, you would have hoped he would have done even slightly better because it was all Shakur. Now
that the dust has settled, the real story is coming out. For years, people whispered that Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez had sparred before and that Shakur had dominated. Lopez's team always denied it, but during the post-fight celebration, Floyd Mayweather Jr. confirmed exactly what Shakur had claimed all along.
Make it look real easy tonight. You know, it was it had to be very frustrating for T.O.
Keyshawn, at the party.
Why do you think it was difficult for T.O. to make adjustments to you? Like, why?
Why? I think that I studied them. I've been watching them for years. I seen T.O. when we was in the amateurs. Everything that I seen was there tonight. Like the things that I kind of saw on tape and on film, it was all in front of me tonight. And there is benefits from watching tape.
When we saw Conor being in the ring with you and the idea of you two fighting, for British fans, it would come as a bit of a curveball. You now have 4 different weight world titles and Conor's not boxed for a world title yet. What's going on between you two? Why is that a fight that you like? I'm
into big fights. I like big fights. I like big money fights. I like proving that I'm the best, and I like doing things that people say I can't do. There's a lot of people that will say that I'm too little for Conor Ben, and I can't do it. So it makes for a tremendous fight.
and Eddie mentioned that there's quite a few that DMs go back and forth between you two. Is it all amicable? Or is there a bit of aggro going on?
It's gonna be a good beef. I like the beef. I like the story behind it, and it's a tremendous fight.
Floyd's confirmation proves that Shakur Stevenson's dominance isn't new. He's had Teofimo Lopez figured out since they were young. It changes the whole rivalry. Lopez's aggression and trash talk weren't confidence. They were insecurity, hiding the fact that he knew he couldn't beat Shakur. Some fights are one-sided, and Lopez never had the strategy or skill to overcome him. Floyd knew it all along, and the rumors were true. Saturday night was just a public replay of what happened in the gym years ago.
It'll come at you in many ways, and you gotta treat it like a champ. That's it. You gotta treat it like a champ. Tell yourself, it's okay. I learned from it, and I treat it like a champ every time. So if you're going through hard times in your life, whether it's from any sports or academics or anything like that, it's okay. You're still a champ.
Throughout watching the fight week, a lot of people were saying that you were in Shakur's head.
Yeah.
It definitely seemed like that. Do you think maybe there was a chance that you maybe used up too much energy in the build up to the fight?
No, not at all. I think honestly, it's just the way things played out, the cards that were at hand. The dealer, I was gambling, and the dealer didn't play my cards right. That's all.
Talk to me about the fight itself. Just what was it like in there? How come you didn't really feel like you could get into the rhythm as such? I mean, just your perspective on it.
Yeah, I think I was just honestly too focused on one particular objective, one particular thing, than really enjoying what I could see opening. I was catching him a lot with the body shots a lot. So I think that was one of my effective arsenals that was getting him every time. But I think just more combinations, especially finish with left hooks and stuff. I did poorly on not listening to my team. That's on me. Take it on the chin. My team did a phenomenal job. They had great guidelines. They had great instructions. I just didn't listen tonight.
King doesn't stay idle, and a new challenger showed up immediately after the fight. Ringside, tensions flared with Conor Benn, clashing styles as Ben shouted that Shakur Stevenson is boring and too small for welterweight giants. Riding the momentum of his big win, Shakur just laughed, saying he's focused on the big money fights.
Follow up on the Conor Benn conversation. I saw him after the fight, and I just asked him, I said, hey, would you agree to that rehydration clause? And he said, F no. So my question for you is, how does that fight get made then?
If he's not going to agree, then we probably don't fight. So he's just wasting time. We'll see, but I'm a businessman at the end of the day, and like I said, he did a rehydration clause with Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank was in the ring half dead. Why can't he do the same thing?
Real verbal knockout came from Wally Moses, as Conor Benn claimed Shakur isn't that big and lacks killer instinct, even demanding a rehydration clause if the fight ever happens, showing that Team Stevenson is already thinking 3 steps ahead. Experts also weighed in, officially declaring this the Shakur Stevenson era and placing him among boxing's all-time elite. The torch hasn't just been passed, it's been ignited.
Absolutely. And what's next is that he talked about Conor Benn. Conor Benn got in the ring. That looks like that's what's going to be next.
Well, we knew Conor Benn was there for a reason. You know what I mean? And he was in the fight before that.
Bring it back up.
I think Shakur addressed that issue. He wasn't going to act like it didn't happen. He going to act like he didn't see him.
Exactly.
He just letting old Conor Benn know that we aware of him.
All right.
Okay, him being NA. Shakur said, hey, he can be next. We're not worried about that.
How does a fight would that play out with Conor Benn? It would do it over in there in England?
Oh, I'd love to have the fight here. We're the champ, man.
Oh,
If he talking all the mouth, let him come here.
So you got to dictate that. And the rehydration clauses?
He says he's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
He thinks he's a tougher guy. Okay. It's to make all sense for him to come here. Somebody hometown and beat them. He's so tough.
Okay, so we do it here, and then the rehydration clause, right? Is that the same thing he put on Eubank?
Right. Because rehydration clause is because we don't want him to try to go up bigger and try to be a weak. Not that he would be a bully, because that don't mean shit. You can, until you get in the ring and you able to establish and do what you can in the ring. No, you don't know what's going. Because I think defensively, I think he's not as good as us. Offensively, I think he's adequate. You know what I mean? Not taking anything away from him.
Yeah.
And he hasn't really shown me much.
The debate is over. Shakur Stevenson isn't boring, and he's not just running, he's the next level boxer. He took Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s hit and don't get hit style and adapted it as a southpaw, adding an offensive edge even Floyd rarely showed late in his career. Teofimo Lopez couldn't land a clean shot. Critics have no choice but to recognize Stevenson, and he has Floyd's full endorsement.
Think about, obviously, Teo's eye. He never seemed to be able to get into it at all. Is that kind of like the experience you had?
Or he won a round or two, maybe, but that's it. Shakur too dominant. He was able to hit him clean first round, able to avoid shots. Shakur is just on his A game. He's sharper, he's stronger, he's better, and now he's a 4-division world champion. I'm so proud of him.
He called out Conor Ben right after. You think that fight ends up happening probably 147?
Only thing I don't like about the Conor Ben fight is how big he is, but as far as him skill-wise, I think Shakur is a better fighter than Conor Ben too. But he has to know that Conor Ben is, one, a lot bigger, a lot stronger, and he's a wild fighter. He's going to come in, and when he sees the boxing not working, he's going to try to make it a brawl. Well, like I said, I think Shakur can beat anybody, but I don't think when they fight, what they fighting at 47?
So I just talked to Conor Ben on his way out the ring, and I asked him, I said, are you willing to agree to that rehydration clause? He said, F no. So how does that fight get made otherwise?
Yeah, look, Shakur is great in his own right, but it's no reason for him to fight against Conor Ben. For what? But, hey, if he rocking, I'm rolling. And he may need me in camp for that one. And I'm gonna put all 175 pounds on his ass.
Yeah.
Because he gotta fight this dude on him. So I'm gonna come be a strong partner and let him punch on me, but I'm gonna lay on his ass.
We're looking at a fighter who might truly be untouchable in this era. The big question now isn't who can beat Shakur Stevenson, it's whether anyone can even take more than 2 rounds from him. Is this the start of another 50-0 streak, or will boxing politics and business try to slow him down like they have for others? Tell us in the comments. Is Shakur the TBE 2.0, or was Teofimo Lopez just overrated? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more inside looks at the fight world.